そんじゃ
八軒いただきます。
Hello there, welcome back to another episode of Anime with Alvin. Today, I'll be taking on the Sky Tree Pork Bowl from Silver Spoon, a towering, monstrous bowl of pork on top of probably not enough rice, but still delicious anyway. This magnificent creation seems to utilize many different cuts of pork. So, what we have here is 4 pounds of pork tenderloin, a pound of pork loin bone-in, a pound of thinly sliced pork shoulder, and 2 pounds of pork bellies without skin. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and slice each of these cuts into manageable pieces and place them in their own Ziploc bag for marination. If I put them all together, they might get mixed up and the cook times will be different for each cut, so I want to make sure that they're separate, and I guess it's just more fun to have them all in their own little bag hanging out. Once they've been divided into their proper sizes and proper bags, we're going to go ahead and make our sauce. I'm going to add in 1 cup of sugar and 6 tablespoons of water. The first part involves making a caramel out of this sauce before adding in the rest of the ingredients. Once this color is a beautiful amber, I'm adding in 1.5 cups of boiling water and letting that dissolve. When that looks good, in goes about 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3/4 cups of sake, 1/2 cup of mirin, and 2 large garlic cloves which have been grated right in. This gets brought to a simmer and then removed from heat to cool. We're also going to make rice. In a rice cooker, in goes about 2 cups of short grain white rice, but before it can be cooked, it does need to always be washed. This goes to the sink where I run it through water roughly 3 times so that the starches are loose and the water runs clear after the final rinse. Now this can go back in the pot. We simply press the white rice cook button and let it cook. All of the marinade gets divided amongst our pork evenly until each one has a healthy amount. Bags them to get their air squished out as much as possible, patted into an even layer, and placed onto a tray to chill for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, I like to take the excess marinade, drain it back into the pot, and reduce this until it becomes nice and sticky. Somewhere in the middle of that process, I like to make sure that the gunk is removed so that it doesn't get incorporated into the final glaze. So instead of having to toss the marinade, it ends up being a nice glaze that we can finish our meat with later. Nice. In the anime, they do a lot of cooking outdoors, so I thought it would be fair to grill all of our pork over an open flame to get that real nice smoky flavor. Our lovely culinary talent Rachel has been able to set and build this fire for us, so shout out to her for doing that. And we are going to proceed by grilling 1 cut at a time. First starting with the pork bellies, hoping that the excess fat will help lubricate the grill for later usage. We definitely grilled this a little too hot and did not take them and flip them in time, ending up in a couple of burned ones, but that's okay. I ate those off screen. We now proceed with the rest of the cuts, starting from the thickest to the thinnest. So gonna go and cook the tenderloin until both sides are nice and delicious, followed by the little bit of loin that we cut off the bone, and finally ending with the thinly sliced pork shoulder. Pretty much flash cooks almost instantly over this fire. After their long time of separation, all of the cuts now joined together in one large bowl and tossed with the extra glaze that we had made earlier so that everybody is happy and gets another coating of flavor before entering the bowl of doom. Me. Now that our rice is ready, it is now time to assemble this Sky Tree Pork Bowl. Definitely packing in a lot of rice for this one to hold up to all that meat. And now the fun begins. My strategy is to first start with the thicker and chunkier pieces to form the base of this, and going thinner as I rise to the top. That means a lot of the pork belly and the pork tenderloin make its way into the foundation, while slices of the thinner pork loin and the very thin pork shoulder serve as a way to drape and finish off this magnificent creation. And I have to say, the name Sky Tree Pork Bowl seems to be a very fitting title for what we have made today. That is beauty. That is a work of art. Oh, the work of art has fallen. I put it back. No one's gonna notice. And there you have it, the Sky Tree Pork Bowl from Silver Spoon, finished with the extra glaze that we had left in the mixing bowl. The question here is not whether this is delicious. The real question is, who is going to hold me back from eating this entire thing? This is so good that I will eat the whole thing. Oh wait, there's a crew watching. Yeah, I guess I should probably share. Many smiles were had in the studio that day as we all gathered around the bowl like a campfire and picked at it until it was basically nothing, and we were all very full with the meat sweats. What I can also say was that it was nearly impossible to eat any of the rice as it was still buried under the mountain of meat, but nevertheless we forced Steve to take it home and he ate it later and said it was good.